You cannot be a man. You are working from home. You are home 24/7. Then you now expect your wife to come home and cook for you, do the dishes. Are you crazy? How do you want that family to work?
The idea that as a man that there are some certain responsibilities that you should not do.
That's just
That is bad. That is bad. Folding the clothes doesn't make you less of a man. Doing the dishes doesn't make you less of a man.
No.
Like purpose, it serves as a present back to humanity.
Exactly.
Like a social service back to humanity.
Exactly. That's the word, right? That when you look at what you are doing, the core of what you are doing is the message. It's not
exactly.
It's not what you are doing. It's not the outcome. It's the outcome. There is a gender war. There is a clash of
actually.
I don't know if this is
gender war actually happening in this
place. This only exists because of social media.
Hello guys, you're welcome to another great episode of InReality podcast. I am your host, Williams Evidence, and I'm here with no other than
Oyema Grace, the co-host of this beautiful and amazing podcast.
Yeah, how do you feel today, Oyema? How do you feel right now? Like
very tired. One day we'll share this story, but I'm tired. I'm very tired, but yeah.
Oh my God, I'm very glad you're back here. It's an awesome time staying behind the camera, right?
Yeah.
It's an awesome time. Behind the camera, everything is looking good, but don't worry. Okay, so today we're going to be having Q&A sessions, right?
Yeah.
And it's not going to be like the other Q&A session whereby we just ask a question and that question was the only question we asked. This one we have two questions that we are going to ask today about certain things, and we wish that and we hope that yes, we address those two things.
Yeah.
So Oyema, the first question is about let's start with the relationship question first of all.
You say I really like all this relationship talk.
No, see, the thing is that you usually get married someday. I was like this. I don't really like relationship and all that kind of thing, but I see someone is growing old.
No, it's not even like I don't like relationship. I like love, but experience. We don't have enough experience and knowledge in the topic.
Oh my God. Okay, first of all, let's start with the relationship. What do you think about same or equal roles in relationships? Now, for example, because now we live in a generation whereby people are learned, people are working. They believe in, okay, women should work, which is also good. Women should work for themselves, women should hustle and other kind of thing. But now when it comes to the house, you say, okay, that some certain things. I can remember the other day in church, we were playing a game. You see, move to this side if you know that you don't want to stay. Yeah. And some girls are like, okay, I don't want to marry a man that can't cook. You get, so some girls feel that, okay, cooking, anybody can do the cooking and all of that. So what do you think personally about roles when it comes to relationship?
So I want to first of all to remove the idea of equal roles, because when you talk about equal roles, it means that one role is higher and one role is less. And I think that's where fundamentally the problem is, right? Because when you think that, oh, my job or my role in the family is more noble than another person, then it now creates that problem of unequal roles and all that. So it's not about equal roles, right? The question is same rules. Should we do the same thing and all of that, right? Now again, in this topic we can disagree, right? Personally, I don't believe in not that I don't believe in it, right? I believe that it can work, but then that's something that you have to decide before the marriage, right? Okay, oh, is the wife that is going to be paying the school fees, or is the wife that is going to be?
Are you kidding?
And that's it. Now. So that's what it will look like, right? That is something that you decide before the wedding and the marriage. But personally, right, my personal belief, and again, I'm so young, I'm so much to experience, so much to learn. Yeah. My bias could change any point in time, but I personally don't think that will work, right? Because each individual has their strength. And when you are bringing man and woman, which is the design for marriage, it's not man and man that is getting married, or woman and woman. It's a man and woman that is getting married together. That is my thing. With the world today, but when you bring man and woman together, men have their strengths, women have their strengths. Yeah. Men have their weaknesses, women have their weaknesses. I was reading this book by what's his name? This man that talks about purpose a lot.
Miles
Monroe, right? The book is Understanding the Purpose and Power of a Woman.
Of a woman?
Yeah.
Oh.
right? So understanding the purpose and power of the woman, and that book so opened my eyes so much to understand the female gender, but understand that it's complementing that what we lack, the woman has sufficiency in it to complement us as men, and what they lack as women, the man has sufficiency to complement them as women. What do we see in characterization? Now, when we talk about this thing, we are not saying everybody. There are some peculiar cases, right? So if I say a man is stronger than a woman, there are women that are stronger than men.
Yeah.
So it's just general characterization.
Yeah.
What do we see? We see that a man has naturally, in most settings, men are more driven to protect and provide.
Yeah.
That's how we're wired. That's how we're created.
Exactly.
Right. And Miles Monroe explained this so beautifully, right, in that book. Right. Now, men are driven to protect and provide. Naturally, that's what we're drawn to. So it's not a matter of whether or not the woman is older or not. Let me tell you an example, right? So me and my sister were going home. Of course, my younger sister, but I'll do it for my older sisters as well. We're going home, and our transport was not complete, right? But I gave her my transport to complete our own, and I trekked. And to me, in the moment, it did not feel like I'm just doing what I should do. It's not a big deal to me. It's not a favor. That's what I should do. It's as simple as that, right? So we're wired to do that. Now, if we understand our women they were created and they are wired to care, to be emotional about things. Now, there's a way Miles Monroe explained this, right? There's an explanation for this, that men are more logical and women are more emotional, right? I believe it's the right side of your brain that is the more logical side of the brain, and the left hemisphere of the brain is the more
emotional.
Yeah, it's the more emotional side of the brain. Men more often are stronger on the right side of the brain, so we are logical. So when something happens, we analyze it from a logical lens, not an emotional lens. Right? This is not to say we are not also emotional. He emphasized that in the book. The opposite is the case with women. That when something happens, they analyze it from an emotional lens, not first of all a logical lens. Now, none of this is bad. Because let me give an example. For instance, right, somebody is maybe driving a bike and they fall down from the bike. As a man, the first thing that will come to your mind is, Alpha, stand up, right? Clean yourself up, take up the bike from the road and everything. As a woman, the first thing that will come out, oh my God, he has fallen down. Oh, what about his injuries and all of that and all that? The both sides are good. The fact that one person is more logical, okay, get up, right, find the remedy to the problem fast, right, and another side is more emotional, saying, oh, take care of your wounds and everything. It's perfect balance. And this way, when we come together, we form the best union. That there is somebody who can look at things through a logical lens and can make decisions on that point. But then there's also somebody who can look at things from an emotional lens and make decisions. Why? Because if you're only looking at it logically, sometimes logic will not solve the problem. People need emotional support. People need people to be there emotionally for them. Right? Now, what am I saying in essence? That we are different. And so men were, with our natural characteristics, we're created to lead. Why? Because as leaders, sometimes, most of the time, it is better to act without emotion than to act more logically. But you see, the problem we have in this world is that everybody thinks that the greatest job is leading. No, the greatest job is supporting the leader. Because when the leader fails, is when you compliment. When the leader cannot see things clearly, is when you compliment. And without those your additions, that leader will never achieve the goals. So what am I saying in essence? What I'm saying in essence is that we are not the same. Man and woman is not the same, which means that we can't have the same roles. So there are certain roles that are more attuned to being a man. So as a man, if I'm providing for my children, and again, like I said, it's not everybody. There are men that they don't care about their family, they don't care. But as men generally, we want to provide. We want to provide for the house. We want to provide for our wives. We want to provide for our kids. We want to provide for the family, right? Women they are better at taking care, emotionally being there. If you flip the roles, you will see. That's why again, this is just characterization. It's not the case with everybody. But you will see a woman come back from work and oh my God, I had a bad day. All of that. Emotional, you get. It will some, but you see men come back. Oh, how was it? It was fine.
It was fine. Let's eat.
Let's eat. That kind of thing, because that is who we are naturally.
Yeah.
If you flip it and you put the man at home or probably taking care of the children more and the woman working, what you will get is a woman who's always frustrated at work because she always has to provide. Right? Women want to be pampered and be taken care of.
Okay. But the thing now is that most persons, they feel that we are trying to, or people or the society is trying to make women to be turned into housemaids, right? We are trying to say, okay, women now they're meant to be providing, and that's just it. Although in a way, I support the fact that in a way that there's a way they have made women to just be
no, that's true.
Just be when we say the housewife and other kind of a thing, right? But okay, let me ask you a question now. If you are a person who is working from home as a man, who do you and your woman now is probably say an accountant or something?
Go to the office.
Do you think that she's the one that should handle majorly of the cooking, or you are the one that's to handle majorly?
So again, like I said at the beginning, this thing is just what you discuss before marriage. Not even these things are not debates. It's just be reasonable.
Exactly, because I think that one of the reasons why this is a debate, one of the reasons why this is an issue in this present generation is because the people who are getting married, they're not even discussing about these issues. There are things that you think that you can live with, and you just decide not to talk about them.
When I just hope on this generation is when one of my friends told me, oh, why would she go to marriage counseling? Why would somebody tell her how her and her husband should behave? At that point I just lost hope, because like it's how self-centered, self-absorbed that we are.
They don't know that they are actually taking marriage counseling from TikTok.
I see one biggest theory. Look at Blue. One of the biggest theory that I will push is that you think you are not being influenced. Society has influenced your thinking so much that if you take away social media, so many of the things that women, men, people are pushing, they will not push it. This idea of, we all agree that there is a movement against men. That you go online, everything, men are this, any little rape case, these men, they are always, again, yes, men are always at the back of this thing, but must you weaponize it against a certain gender? Like, you will see a guy will do something genuine, a woman will be looking at it from the same thing happens the other way around, right? There is a gender war, there is a clash of
actually.
I don't know if this is
gender war actually happening in this.
I don't know if this only exists because of social media. So you're saying, I won't go to a marriage counselor, but TikTok is someone is struggling to telling you how your marriage should look like. And you know what the problem is? We've discussed it in one of our
episodes. Have raised the expectations too high.
It's fake. It's fake. Behind the cameras, it's not like that. You see a married couple. You know all these people that are doing marriage TikTok, marriage influencing, right? You see them. Have you ever seen them looking bad? Like their hair is scattered, they're looking like and they did video. No, they will never show you like that. When they carry camera and do video, is when they are looking good and kept. But you don't know that when you enter the marriage, you will see your husband and your wife when they are person just wake up. You know, you yourself, when you wake up, you know how they look. That's how you see your husband and wife. You ask them, who are you? Who did I get married to? But people are not ready for that, because the glamour, social media, they are painting an unrealistic picture. So you are being mentored by social media, but it is fake. So this idea of, as a man, you're at home, you're the one at home, you're the one with more time. Why are you not cooking? So this is something that will easily be solved with discussion. All I'm saying is, on a neutral basis, if both of us have the same level of responsibility, I would support the man providing more and the woman taking care of the family and home. And these two tasks are noble.
In fact, there are some things that growing up, these are meant to be like a normal daily life. You get? It's not meant to be an issue. I was seeing a movie, like a series some time ago, Young Sheldon. Right? And there was a time the woman, Sheldon's mom, she was folding the clothes. The husband got back from work, entered the room and saw her. Immediately, he just started assisting in folding the clothes. And I was like, okay, how many Nigerian men is going to
actually do that?
Like, see his wife folding the clothes and helping with dishes and just help out. Right? So there's this idea that as a man, I want to attack the men today. Actually, the idea that as a man, that there are some certain responsibilities that you should not do.
That's just
That is bad. That is bad. Folding the clothes doesn't make you less of a man. Doing the dishes doesn't make you less of a man.
No.
I think there was a time I was listening to Pastor Mama Iran's message last week, and when he was talking about before now, he usually his wife washes the clothes while he dries the clothes and folds the clothes, right? But he went out to hang out with his friends, and he heard his friends saying that why will his wife, like why will he dry like himself, but why will he dry the clothes of his wife? Now, in my when we went back home, that he was telling us that this is him back then, not now. That they're saying that he changed the ideology. That the next time the wife washed the clothes and he was to dry, he told the wife that why will I dry the clothes? Because the thing is that society, as you said, society is influencing us in one way or another. You don't just know. That's why your eyes and your ears, that the gateway to your spirit. Sometimes you might the book Why You Act the Way You Do talks about sanguines, melancholy, phlegmatics, choleric. Although some of those things are inbred, but sometimes an environment shaping how you think, it shaping how you act, and sometimes you see yourself acting in a certain manner. And you ask yourself like, how did we even get here? How did we get here? So this is, I think that if before marriage there's certain discussions that are being made, some certain let's go to our next question, please.
just
make it
a very simple
discussion. If you know that
hard like that,
if you know that you can't do it like the dishes as, or you can't cook as a woman, let it be that the man you're getting married is someone that knows how to cook and is giving to do it. Don't try to force a man, or see, the issue is that don't bring your personal ideology online and try to enforce it on everybody. Have your personal ideology, work it with someone in your family that works in your house. Just do it personally for you. There are some doctrines, it's just you and your husband, two of you should handle it. Don't come and enforce it.
So all I'm saying is, personally, I believe that each person has a role to play and all that is not necessarily the same, right? And personally, I would prefer that the man is the one providing, the woman is the one taking care of the home. Again, it's both noble because it's a noble task. Imagine Mary, the mother of Jesus, right? Mary is mentioned more times in the Bible than Joseph, his father, because she played a very important role. Taking care of the family is not less. In fact, I would rather be at home and clean the dishes and go and walk, go and stress. Like, I would rather be that. If you have more money than me, it's not a problem. But in scenarios where it's unreasonable, like you cannot be a man, you are working from home, you are home 24/7, then you may expect your wife to come home and cook for you, do the dishes. Are you crazy? How do you want that family to work?
It can never work.
How do you want that family to work?
That's not even a sign of love, actually.
It's not a sign of love. It's a dictatorship. Like, she's tired. Like
that is slavery.
If you really love her, see, let me tell you, the truth is, as a man, always question whether or not you love your wife. Because if you really love your wife, you will want to reduce the load that she's carrying. Whatever I can do to lessen the load for my wife, that's how you should think. So if you see that it is inconvenient for her, even if says now you dey work and she's the one at home, when she's cooking, go and help out. Don't use it as an excuse. If you sit down like you sit down like it's your slave, it's your freaking slave, brother. Be responsible for yourself. If she was not in your life, maybe you go cook your food, go chop, or you will be hungry outside, go and eat, or buy something outside. We will be hungry. So please, let's just, it's like
the thing is, even though we are saying that okay, the man really wants to cook, let's still understand the fact. Let's balance this. Let's understand the fact that just the same way in our lives we have dominant traits and recessive traits. That's how. If you look at the society, if you look at how things are, if you look at how we are being made up as women and as men, there are dominant roles and recessive roles.
Exactly.
If the generator goes off at night, you can't. In fact,
do you get?
Woman would you get? Woman moves.
Those are some of the things I used to prove this. What I'm saying.
Where for you to drag. No man, you know that as a man is a dominant.
It may be something where it's questionable or something that you are thinking of, or they have to convince. Not Jane off in my house. Me and my brother, either one of us just go outside instantly. You can't be expecting the girl to go and be doing all those kind of things.
Yeah.
So it's a dominant trait. And so also, it's also, at least in most cases. But you see, my problem is, I always have this thing, right? The one that is for man, they want man to do it alone. But the one that is for woman, they said it's all.
Same thing here, cooking. The dominant is the woman. Now it doesn't mean that if the man is doing working from home that he can't take up that responsibility. But if, let me say, you are hungry, it's the woman that's made to push body. But then as recessive, you are
allow support.
You get. Now this is if I'm working from home, I can say, okay, go and work outside.
Yeah.
And I'm cooking. I can cook.
But let's say we have the same busy schedule.
Yes.
Now you go as a woman. See this thing. See, well, the thing is, the truth is, our parents sometimes don't say the right words. They don't construct the words right. When they say things like "you are a woman, what will you do in your husband's house?"
That is wrong.
Yes,
that is wrong.
Right. But you should look at the idea behind it. Right. The idea is, as a woman, you're going to take care of the home. You're going to take care of the family. So you should be responsible like that. But that saying, "Oh, the parents should stop that." But they are training you to show you that, okay, the best marriages that work,
they are pointing you to the right direction.
Yes, the best marriages that work are the ones where the man is responsible for the family, responsible to protect the family, responsible to lay down his life for the family, work as hard as possible to provide for the family.
To lay down his life for the family.
After Jesus Christ. But that's the basic idea. Our most prominent role should be to take care of the family, whether it be cooking, whether it be taking care of the kids, whether it be wherever it may be. Now, again, it's not that the man should provide, meaning he only goes to work, he does not. No, the two of them should collaborate in the two of them. So as a man, you should provide for the boy. Your wife too should support financially, right? As a woman, you should cook, but your husband too should cook sometimes and wash the dishes and wash clothes too sometimes. So it's a partnership. And when you now look at the peculiarity of your own condition, who is working more, who has more free time and all of that, you can make adjustments to suit the family. It does not mean that everybody has to follow this, but it's what works best for your family. And for me, that's literally how I see it.
Next question.
I think it says, should you always follow your passion?
Okay, talking about following your passion, I think now this is how it works for me, right? I think that there are times where you must have passion for something, but you don't have the finance to pursue after that passion.
Yeah.
There are times where sometimes what you have passion for needs to be suspended. It generates income to go and pursue that passion. Now the issue is that most of the times people, even though it looks as though they have passion for something, they are lost in their place of generation of income. So there are times where you have passion for, let me see, cooking, for example, and now you have a job to work as a PA for somebody, and they're paying you very well. Now you're forgotten that you have passion for cooking. Now when you say let the money go come, the thing about this thing is that you have the money, but you have fulfillment.
Exactly.
In the place of pursuing your passion, that's where fulfillment comes in.
Exactly.
So for me, I think that you can pursue passion if you have what it takes to pursue passion now. Pursue the passion. If you don't have what it takes, get the resources needed for that passion to be pursued.
Yeah.
Get them. And one of the ways to know when to move is when you give yourself a timeline. Give yourself a timeline. Okay, I am going to do this business to start this other one.
Yeah.
I will stop by this certain time. I will raise this certain amount of money. As you raise the money, you move. Sharp. You should understand that you are running out of time in life.
Yeah.
And the people you are competing with, trust me, these people that are going far ahead of what. Gary V, is his name? Gary V, one of the speakers I follow online. This guy posts about 3 times a day, and I'm asking myself, like, God, help us! Help us, because what? I'm like, how are they getting their content? But the thing is that your level of action will show whether you have passion for something or not.
All right, so should you always follow your passion? So let me say 2 things. First of all, your passion sometimes is a prompter to your purpose, right? So when you have passion for most cases, right, is God showing you where your purpose should be.
Yeah.
May not be exactly where your passion is, because I always say purpose is not in terms of job or what you do. Purpose is what serves humanity.
The intention.
So like you talked about, you have passion for cooking, right? cooking cannot be your purpose on earth. Your purpose could be to provide healthy food that will show humanity how to live a healthy life, right? By food. So you create food, and in that creating food, you teach people how this is the right way to eat, so that people live a healthy life. You do that through. So I always say that your job or whatever it is that you are doing is your platform to show your purpose. Do you get? So someone like me now, I love real estate. I'm into real estate, but I cannot be stupid enough to say real estate is my purpose. No, it's just the platform that I will use to show my purpose.
So what you're trying to say is that purpose gives you purpose. It serves as let me say a present back to humanity.
Exactly.
Like a social service.
Exactly. That's the word, right? That when you look at what you are doing, the core of what you are doing is the message. It's not exactly. It's not what you are doing. It's not the outcome. It's the outcome. So you have to look at that outcome. How is it serving humanity, right? So me talking about real estate, right? Again, you have different assignments and purpose, right? Man. Right, but one thing the Holy Spirit told me about real estate is that I will provide housing for many people. Housing, which talks about shelter, which talks about protection. Right, that is what I am saying to do. That's one of it. There are many others, but that's one of it. And that real estate now becomes the vehicle to which I achieve that. So if I'm building houses, I'm not stupid enough to think that the house is the purpose, that I've done a good job in creating a house. No, where I will have satisfaction is where I can provide it in an affordable way that many people can have shelter, protection, and a good sense of living. So that is purpose. So your passion is a pointer to your purpose.
Your passion feeds you, your purpose feeds others.
Exactly. Right. Your passion feeds your purpose, because when you do you feel fulfilled. Yeah. Do you get? And so the second thing I'm also going to talk about passion is that your passion can fund your life. In fact, the reason why God gave you that passion is to show you, is giving you the idea that this is the best thing you can do to achieve the best results and the best version of person you are. And let me also say this: the best version of you is not the wealthiest version of you.
Oh, come on!
I listened to something today and I'm my God. There are two things. There are two spirits that compete on this earth, that are in competition. The only spirit that is in competition with God is mammon. God can give you, so God can promise. God has promised us as believers wealth and prosperity. Yeah. Regardless of what mammon has given you. And mammon can give you wealth, but you are still poor. I heard it today and I'm like, my God. In Revelations, I'll say Jesus was talking to the church as, I think Laodicea or something, that they said, he was saying, babe, you think you are wealthy, but you are actually poor. What it means is that your definition of wealth can never be in financial terms, can never be in your account balance. Your definition of wealth is in how much you are in alignment with God. So when I say the best version of you is not the wealthiest version of you, there are things, settle it now. Settle it now. See, one thing about me is I dream big, and at the point I can be the wealthiest man on this earth. But the Holy Spirit asked me, for what reason?
That's not the drive.
What purpose does being the wealthiest man on this earth serve humanity? Because the truth is, if I'm worth 50 billion, there's no difference between being worth 50 billion and being worth 500 billion. It's the same level of giving I can still give. There's not much difference. The only reason we want to be worth 500 billion is for the name, and the hierarchy, and it does not serve humanity. So what the Holy Spirit is telling me is that, see, I will give you wealth to the greatest degree of how much it can help humanity. Once this wealth is no longer, it does not add to helping humanity, there's no need for it. Because at that point, the wealth can become the God. Right? God always has to be the God. So what am I saying? That you must settle it now, that there will be things you can do that will make you more money than your assignment and your call. That you will have opportunities to make more money than your assignment or your call. But what you are striving for is to be the best version of yourself, what God has called you to be. And again, the best version of you is not the wealthiest version of you. So when you have your purpose, right, just like you said, sometimes you may need to find other things to sponsor that your passion, right? Because like I said, now I want to go into real estate, but as I am, I don't get money. I can't just come and so I have to find other sources. I have to do other things in order to fund that, right? But don't forget your passion. Don't forget that thing that God has put in your heart, because it's in doing that thing that you find the greatest fulfillment, and that is what you are sent to do, right? And again, that thing can fund you. So why I'm saying this is because some people, what they are passionate about is like just like you being a chef. Some people is tailoring. Some people is probably bead making. In their mind, I can't be a billionaire. I can't really have enough money doing all of that. It's not about the money, number one. But let me tell you.
And
see,
who say you can't? It's because you see it through your eyes. You see it through your lens, not through the lenses of God.
Go and check the wealthiest people in this world. All of them, see, they do crazy business. Like the businesses they do. You will see one is doing plumbing, and is a billionaire.
I was speaking to one of my friends that's in the UK, and I asked her basically. I was like, what are some things that people do that like in the UK
that makes a lot of money?
And she said bricklayer. Do you get plumbing? Because it's not like here that you can just bring a plumber to your house and say, okay, take 5, you change pipe. You're ordering them, like I see you're ordering food. They'll come to your house, they repair your stuff, you pay, and they pay well. This guy, they drive a GL, you come to your house, bro. A guy. so
that your passion can fund you.
And just like there was something you said about the weirdest part of you is not, how do you say that again?
Yeah, the weirdest version of you is not the best version of you. The weirdest version of you.
It just made me realize something I posted a few days ago on my Instagram. I said that it is a good opportunity doesn't mean it's a God opportunity.
Good.
Some things might be good, but it's not God.
Exactly.
And if you're able to discern what is good and what is God, trust me, the journey to your purpose is going to be similar. It's going to be easy. It's going to be, because at that point you're willing to subject your will. You're willing to subject your decisions. You're willing to subject your body to the will of God. And so even though a big gig comes, you cannot discern and say, okay, this is a good thing. This is a good gig, but this is not a God gig.
Exactly.
So because of that, because of where I'm heading to, I'll just leave it.
Exactly.
But if you know that, okay, you can't go in line with your purpose for now because you need this gig, you can get this gig, but don't in pursuit of that gig forget your purpose.
Exactly.
Alright guys, we've come to the end of our Q&A session. I hope I know a lot was said. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a long ride. Long ride. Thank you so much for joining us. Please do well to share this to your friends, families, enemies, your loved ones, everybody you can ever think of. We will see you guys on the next episode. Please don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on Instagram, on YouTube, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Me as Williams Evidence and my co-host as It's Oyema. Thank you very much. See you guys in the next episode.
Bye guys.
Bye.